outside of me. Because if God
It
won't
just
do
won't
it,
get done.
it won't get done. Hello? That's for the fans who are listening. If God won't do it, it won't get done, baby. And that's real talk.
Oh my God. You know what's crazy? So this actually reminds me though. So so back in 2016, right? When I was about to go to grad school, I did apply to Columbia, right? We all know Columbia is expensive and it's just hard to get in. Thankfully, I did, but with no scholarship, okay?
Oh.
And it was $150,000 for the program. And I was like, Dad, what we gonna do? I'm like, no, maybe you just pray to God. He was like, child, this is not in God's plan. I said, damn, $150,000. He was like, not this one. But I'm like, that was actually a lot of money. So just to know how, what's it called? It's expensive to get into schools. Oh, baby, I know. And student loans, I'm not here for it. Anyway, so wait, but I have a question though. Don't you feel like sometimes when you hear these stories about people like hacking into like different systems, I'm like, why don't y'all hack into like federal student loans and delete my name? Because my last name's A.
Please
delete
at the top. Can y'all delete my name first?
Control out, delete. Like,
reset.
and my thing, y'all hacking the Equifax, hacking the Sally Mae, hacking the Great Lakes, Damion. Just please.
Yes. I ain't got Sally Mae though. Thank God I have Great
Lakes.
I just need them to do a factory reset real quick.
Yeah.
Because I'm over this.
Overit.com.
But see, so I want to ask you guys about your mental health for 20. How has it been? Because we all know it's been a wild one. It's been nonstop up and down. How have you guys been able to maintain like a stable mental kind of like capacity so you don't go crazy?
Like I said, I started being very transparent. 2019, I was like, oh, I don't need to go to therapy. So I started going to a therapist. He was a white man. No tea, no shade. But I'd be in there. He'd be like, do you have anxiety? Would you do you think you need meds? I don't need no medication. And like not to down anybody with medication or whatever, because whatever you have to do to help you get through life, then it's just you. But personally, I feel like I didn't need medication. Yeah. I just needed someone to talk to and help me figure out what are these issues that I've been going through. So I started going to a Black woman named Hope. Shout out to Hope Pamplin. She's right off 610.
Hello, Hope.
Hope has openings.
She does. I think she does have openings, if I'm not mistaken. She take it all. Her appointment. If you don't got no insurance, her appointment's a little pricey. But Hope gonna get you together. No tea. I ain't gonna even lie to y'all.
Ooh.
But just going to her, she really helps me help with all my traumas that I was going through. Things that personally that I forgot about or that I just suppressed and put them to the back of my mind. Mm-hmm. And we all do that, especially like things from our childhood. Like we don't know why. In this moment, sometimes we don't know why we react to certain things. And she really helped me. She always told me like, when it comes to, especially like personal relationships, trying to be in relationships, she said, I always have this guard up. One thing she told me was that, because I was like, I just don't understand like why I be giving so much to so many people, and they be like, oh, I want it, but then again, I don't. And when they don't want it, I'm like, why? And it was because of the fact that I give everything. Literally, I give you my head to my toes. And I be trying to feel like I'm like, why I'm not good enough is because I feel like I wasn't good enough when I was a child, like trying to make sure mom and dad saw me in lights where I didn't see myself, and it was just always hard. So my girl really helped me, and I really been using those tools and things to this day. I got to go back because I ain't been in a couple months because she a little pricey. But
okay,
I'm going back after my birthday. I need to give her a reflection of the year.
Ooh. Okay.
I think,
anybody
like
else?
I said, we started off talking about it, but I think that so I kind of like I kind of use God and my therapist at the same time.
You got to, baby.
And in COVID,
Hello?
let me not say Corona, because every time I hear somebody say Corona, I just be like the ghetto. But
right,
when COVID-19 first hit,
Miss 19.
When it first hit, we stopped going to church. That
my God.
really threw me for a loop.
Amen, brother.
And I'm talking about threw me for a loop. So at the time, and I think at the time I was like, okay, well, I'm kind of getting a little bit better. And I thought that I could stop seeing my therapist. And I was like, okay, I'm starting to recognize certain things. And then I stopped, and then church stopped happening. And that's when that kind of like downhill happened, as far as in just going through months of questioning who I was and my capabilities and things like that. But I think that the one thing that I really had to tap back into is that I had to really realize who I was and whose I was, because once I recognized those two, I was able to take my power back from a lot of situations and a lot of people. Because once you realize who you are and whose you are able to really understand your power that you hold within yourself. So I think that that's one thing that I had to really do. But I think, I think that I applaud any millennial, and especially a Black male millennial, who we take it upon ourselves to go and see a therapist to understand triggers and traumas from our childhood, like Damion said, that we have suppressed.
Because it's real, y'all. It's really real.
It's really real. It's really real. And I love that we are, as a male and as a Black male, we're really starting to realize that I'm not crazy if I go and see a therapist. I'm not crazy. No one just ever gave me the opportunity to say how I felt about a situation.
Exactly. Because my mom, so I ain't gonna even lie, my mom told me, and I had to let her know, I was like, we don't do that. We don't say that. She was like, Black people don't go to therapy. And I said, that's your problem. She said,
we don't.
I said, that's your problem. I'm gonna go to somebody and talk to, because I can't talk to you about everything.
Yeah.
Because only thing you're gonna say, like, even when I told her, like, I didn't feel like that I was shown the love that I needed to be shown as a child. Even though my mama love me, y'all. My mama is my best friend. Don't get me wrong. Like, that's my girl. That's my ride or die. Like, if somebody say something to her, I'm popping off. Grandma went out for her one time, like, hold up, granny.
There you go.
Hold up. You know that, I'm like, hold up, girl. Because that's not cute. That's not cute. Get it right. But it's just certain things that we can't talk about. And I was telling her, like, it's times in my life where I feel like that you wasn't there when I needed you to be there, even though you were still there. But I just really needed you to listen to me. You wasn't listening. You didn't understand things that I was trying to say. And she was like, well, I did the best I could. I say, yeah, I'm not saying that you did a bad job or you was a bad parent, but I feel like you didn't hear me when I needed you to hear me. And I was like, that's why I go to therapy. She gonna help me understand. Because like my therapist told me, like, your parents are human too. And sometimes we don't look at that. We look at them as being a parent and they ain't supposed to make no mistakes. But they human as well. So I had to let my girl know, all right, girl, I understand
now. Never.
Buba, have you been to a therapist before? No. And I mean, I haven't.
Never, but I feel like
I never
it's something that I would definitely want to do. I just haven't had like the time to like really focus on getting a therapist and stuff. But it's something I definitely will have to do. Yeah.
Can I say this? My advice was, because I used to be like Buba. I used to be like, I didn't have the time. I'm gonna say this, and I really had to adopt this principle. And if anybody knows me, my friends call me like Walanya, but I love Iyamba. I love Iyamba Van Zandt. I love Iyamba Van Zandt. I really do. And one of the things that she's always talked about is about the Course of Miracles, where it talks about what comes out of the cup is for you and what's in the cup is for me. And I had to realize that for so long I poured into other people's cups, and when it was time for me to drink from it, I had nothing to drink from. So I had to really focus on me and realize if the cup overflows, it's for y'all, it's cool. But if my cup is empty, I can't pour into your cup. So I had to really make time for my mental health. And again, it can be like, this is the crazy thing. When you see a therapist, sometimes we don't realize it's the smallest things.
Yep,
it's the smallest things. Like, it's sometimes some things can happen. It's so small. like I know one of my personal triggers is when people don't take accountability for anything. That is, I'm talking about that really like people can possibly see a whole different side of me because it sets me off because I am triggered by my childhood when it comes to my father just being transparent. With his lack of ability to take accountability for things that he may have done in my childhood. So I had to really be like, dang, why when I'm talking to people and I'm like, if you messed up, just say I messed up and they can't say it. And I go like from 0 to 1,000. I had to realize, dang, you are like really going from 0 to 1,000. And it's a small thing that I never really put my hand on to see exactly what it was until I started seeing a therapist.
Yeah.
So now
they'll pull it out of you.
I just walk away.
Really would.
I just walk away when people don't take accountability. I have to take my power back. Because going from 0 to 1,000, heart rate at about 120, blood pressure raised. I'm seeing
not the
blood pressure.
Need all that.
We don't got time. We gotta live.
Hello.
See now I'm thinking I need to go. I mean, honestly, because my goofy ass, I'm gonna be like, okay, what's next?
You would think that way though. You would really feel like it's not gonna work. My first day I went in, Hope was like, "You holding back." She said, "You holding back." I ain't gonna say nothing, but you holding back. And I was going for at least 2 months before I really just let everything out. And it was on my birthday. She was like, "When you want your next appointment?" I said, "Well, I like to go on a Tuesday." Or it was a Monday. And I said, "My birthday is Monday." She was like, "We're not doing it." I said, "Yes, we are." She's like, "Y'all love trying to come in here on y'all birthday." I said, "No, we gonna do it."
That's the reflection.
And I went in. It is. And I went in and she said, "I want you to write a birthday letter to yourself." Y'all, I wrote that letter. Y'all, before I knew it, and I was dreading. I'm gonna call myself getting emotional. I was dreading writing it, and so I was like, "I'm gonna get to this office. I'm gonna write it while I'm sitting in the car. Then I'm gonna go in." So y'all, I wrote that thing, and not even knowing that that was the most truthful I've been to myself in my whole life. And y'all, before I knew it, I was in that thing crying, and she was like, "There you go. We done made some progress. And some of the stuff that I told myself. And I never gave myself thanks. I never congratulated myself. I always let other people congratulate me. And I feel like that was something that I was missing. Because you have to give yourself roses. Before somebody else gives you roses, you have to give yourself roses. And that's just some real talk. And I was never doing it. I was like, "Oh, yeah, I did that. Whatever, it's cool. Yeah, I graduated. Whatever, it's cool. Yeah, I started my own business. Whatever, it's cool." But I had to really tell myself, like, you are really doing this regardless if you're not where you want to be in life. You're really doing something that other people dream about. And trying to figure out how they can get there.
Oh, wow.
So, man, I got to cry, and I was like, I need to start living every day like it's homecoming.
Come on, every day like it's homecoming.
Oh,
that's not the only time I feel like I really just let myself loose. Honestly, I've never seen myself just like really just go out and just like have fun and live life. Not saying be all wild and making OnlyFans and all that shit. But just, I'm not being shady. I'm just
that was shade.
But
that was shade. That was a whole trick.
Hey. But I really, that's the only time I caught myself just like living life. Y'all know we at homecoming, we drinking, we dancing, we living it, honey. And that's
living that life.
I was like, I need to start living my everyday life like that. And that's what I started doing. And I brought myself so much peace and so much joy from writing that letter and knowing that I was that truthful to myself. And I said, I got to do this. And ever since then, I've been doing it. And I have no regrets.
We love to see it.
Cool. Okay, I think I'll take a chance and go see a therapist.
Buba, you too.
Like,
Buba?
Yeah.
I'm like, what's
yeah, definitely. I'm not anti-therapy at all. I just, this is not the time. But I've definitely, like, this is something I definitely want to do.
But they got virtual. They got telehealth.
Is it free? Is the therapist you're talking about free?
Yeah, like it depends. Like also like with your insurance, if you have insurance, they're offering like all virtual appointments are really free. Because Blue Cross Blue Shield, they had virtual, but they didn't have a lot of black people. I ain't gonna even lie to you. And I need a black person because I was going to a white man at first. I felt like he could relate. He could understand me. If I'm saying I'm having problems with my man, with my mama, with my daddy, you need medication. How's your anxiety? like, girl,